In today's video, I was sent in a question via Instagram, and it was talking about feeling guilty. Should I feel wrong for feeling guilty for exiting a relationship? And this sparked what I want to talk about in today's video, which is doing that which serves us, making the choice to do something that serves you best, despite of the fear and the guilt and the angst and the things you can feel after making the decision. So I've been in several relationships and situations and jobs and friendships and all kinds of things that to my core, I knew after a while didn't serve me. You know, those relationships where if you're really honest with yourself, you're sitting up at night in your bed and you're just going, why am I still in this? Why am I still here? And for me, I was like a real people pleaser. And I was good at tolerating a situation. I mean, I wouldn't break up with anybody. I would always just like be in a relationship as long as it was there. And in doing that, I remember really longing to get out of some relationships. And even at the jobs that I've left, I would wait until I just couldn't take it anymore. Like I got sick coming in. Like I just had that negativity around me. Like I hate being here. I'm ready to leave. Everything about the job just starts irritating me. Have you ever gotten to that place? You literally go to your job and you're just like, everything about this thing makes me itch. I just want to leave. Well, I've gotten that way so many times in situations, and I feel like we all do this. We know we're ready to exit. We know we're ready to leave. We know this is not serving me anymore. However I came into this situation may have seemed great, may have been fun, maybe there was a lot of love there at one point, but now it's not serving me. It's not serving my growth. It's not serving my highest good. It's not, giving me and nurturing me in the way that I need and the way I know it deserve. But many times we don't make the decision to exit that relationship or that situation. And so why is that? Why do we struggle so much with wanting to, with actually leaving a situation that doesn't serve us? And my answer to that is simply fear. Fear dressed up in all kinds of ways, right? I'm afraid of getting rejected. I'm so scared that if I decide to leave, I'm just going to be alone. Or you may tell yourself, well, this wasn't so bad. It doesn't serve my highest good, but it's not so bad. So what if I can't find something that's even close to this? What if everything after this is like terrible and I should have just stayed with this, right? We have this fear. But when we do that, it's like, I think about it visually as like a root beer, right? Like you have this carbonated drink and you shake up that bottle and then you try to open the top. I mean, you already know what's going to happen. That thing is going to pop open, it's going to fizz all the way up to the top and just literally make a mess. It's going to pour out all over the bottle, all over the table, probably on you. And a lot of times we wait for that situation to happen before we exit. And I'm definitely one who has been guilty of this. Literally sitting there like, again, itching. I need to get out of this. But we shouldn't wait for things to get that bad, because then we find ourselves in these really unhealthy situations where our health will decline, our mental state will decline, and we can find ourselves depressed. We can find ourselves life just feeling lackluster because we're sitting there knowingly choosing something that is not bringing us joy, that is not serving a purpose for our growth, for our happiness, for our fulfillment, for our joy. And so what I want to say to you, if you're in one of these situations and you're like, I need to let this go, I need to move forward, I just want to tell you that even though you may be scared of what's next, I know that when you make the decision to actually do something that serves you, you will never regret it. It may be scary. It may be something where you may not know what to do next. It may be something where you kind of doubt yourself and say, was that a good choice? Maybe I should have just waited a little longer. I said that at one of the jobs I was at. Maybe I should have just waited a little longer. Or, maybe I shouldn't have been so hasty to exit. But the truth is, the minute that I left one of those jobs that I was just itching to get out of, I felt this relief, this exhale, that you're just like waiting to get out of you because you had literally been suffocating on the inside. And that feeling feels great. And that to me is like an indicator that this was the choice I needed to make. Now, everything else, we got to trust that, you know, the universe has our back. Gabby Bernstein's book is in my head. But really, that God has our back, that when we make choices that serve us, it only leads us to better things and opportunities, and it leads us to pathways of growth. And so really believe in that and know that when you make a decision for yourself, you'll never go wrong. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but it's always going to be more of a liberating feeling than staying in something that is literally feeling toxic to your soul. You know that feeling, and you know when it's time to go. You know when it's time to change. Sometimes we change and we get survivor's remorse. Well, maybe we go a different way from our peers, our friends, our family. And maybe they look at us like, well, what's up with you? Why aren't you staying in the course that we're all going? And you gotta stand up for yourself and just be like, look, this is my path. This is my life and my experience. This is your life. This is your experience. You have to really trust yourself that when something is really not feeling right to you, good for you, that you choosing yourself is the best decision, no matter what other people have to say. And so anyways, I hope that helped you, and thank you for sending in that question. If you have any questions around self-acceptance, self-love, positive affirmations, if you want to know more about how I've started my life over several times, changing old mindsets and starting to rebuild and create something that maybe you've never seen before, feel free to shoot those questions to me. You can also hit me up at crystalskretching.com, and I will see you on the next video. I want to be a reminder for you and reminding you of the unlimited potential that you really possess so you can tap back into your inner power. Go to crystalskretching.com and download this free audio that will reprogram that negative self-talk to the positive and get you in motion going towards a life that you love.